Because trading really isn't that hard, right? What's the hard part is managing your emotions. The technicals, like y'all gonna pick that up easy. If you really study it, like, and you really put forth a genuine effort, that's gonna be easy. The hard part is going to be keeping them emotions in check. I've blown accounts because my emotions were not in check. So if you're a swing trader, what's gonna be best for you is like the fibers. Like, I think they're so underrated. Like, you know, when you're trading, you already have enough pressure on you as is, right, to pass that prop firm test. But with the fibers, they don't have those time constraints. Like, I think they give you a year to get through the actual testing program so you can take your time. Oh, you scalp. Okay. Yeah, but with the fibers, you have the ability to really take your time. A regular old person who just like studied this stuff and just didn't give up. It's been 6 years in the process. I tell people all the time, I can give you the $1 million strategy, but it's up to you to implement, study, and do the work in order to see the results. So it's not me who makes you profitable, it's you.
I always say I started as a very regular person. I just happened to make some money in the stock market. You know, I turned $26 to $3,000 in 2 weeks. To me, Kelly, do you think I should trade? There's a lot of factors that depend on it. How good are you with losing money? Are you okay with losing money? Because I always tell you, the number one thing you're guaranteed gonna do when it comes to trading is lose. Like, that's the first thing I always tell you. People say, well, is it easy? Yeah, it's really easy after all the hard work. Don't think that you can cheat your way there. And I am very, very, very big on just being honest with people and keeping it a buck with people.
Less is more. Yes. You don't need to rush trades, guys. I got a lot of feedback off of my post from today, you know, about being disciplined and following your rules. And that's what a lot of people have to understand, basically, about trading. You cannot just jump in the trade just because you gotta wait on your confirmations. Because if you don't wait on them now, you're never gonna wait on them. You're gonna constantly take trades without waiting on your confirmations, and it's gonna cause you to lose money. And we don't like to lose money around here. We don't lose around here. We win. We're some winners. So, how do you stay consistent on a weekly basis? I follow my trading rules. Any tips on how to develop trading rules? How to develop trading rules, or how to come up with trading rules? Developing a rule means you already have it, and you're just, you know, following it, refining it, and stuff like that. But to get trading rules is simple. It's a trading plan. What pair do you trade? What session do you trade? What style of trading do you trade? What's your goals, you know, for trading? Is it pip goals? Is it profit goals? Are you profitable? Are you not profitable? Should you be back testing every day? Are you journaling your trades every day? So all those things matter. So when it comes to trading rules, it's a lot. Like for me, my trading rule is simple, right? I only trade one pair, mostly gold or AU as my backup pair, right? And then I trade one session. I trade New York session, okay? What style? I'm scalping, right? I'm only catching maybe 30, 40, 50 pips, and then I'm done for the day. I'm taking 1 or 2 setups a day. If I take one loss, depending on the size of the loss, I'm probably done for the day, depending, you know, on what I see. I don't trade news. Trade basically support and resistance, technical analysis. So that's pretty much it. I mean, try to keep it simple. Don't complicate it. Just keep it simple. Market structure, that's it. Market structure is all you need, guys. I'm telling you. Market structure is all you need. No, I don't have any books selling, but I will show you guys the book that I'm reading right now. Give me 1 second. Let me grab this book right here. Guys, see? It's called The One Thing, That Surprisingly Simple Truth Behind Extraordinary Results. All right, by this person, Gary Keller. All right, very good book so far. Another very successful person recommended that book to me, and it's a very good book. Very good book, guys.
When I am taking my trades, it's like how do you walk that line between like having like ultimate confidence and feeling like you're too greedy?
I always keep in mind that the market is king at the end of the day, right? Because us as retail traders, the money that we're putting in the market doesn't move the market one iota.
Right.
It's trillions of dollars in the Forex market, right? Bigger than the stock market.
Right.
So all we're doing, we're the little guy trying to grab crumbs out of the market. So that's why I'm a scalper, because I don't believe in being greedy, because like I always attribute the Forex market to a casino. The longer you stay in the casino, the longer you stay in the market, the more at risk you put yourself. And the higher the probability that you're going to leave with your pockets turned inside out. Because the market is king. You can have 1,000 confluences, you can have all your confirmations there, and the market is still going to do what it wants to do.
Right.
So we have zero control over that.
Trading takes time. It is not home runs. I respect the person that can consistently grow their account over time than the person that can literally make $50,000 in one day and then blow it tomorrow. Trading is consistently, it's compounding your account. Like even my goal, a lot of people might not even look at it as a lot, but my goal is 20% a week. That's all I want to make. 20% a week, 80% a month is what I shoot for, because I don't care about over leveraging. The money is there, but I have to follow a consistent track.
All right, so one of the main questions I get asked as a trader is, Jessica, how long did it take you to become consistently profitable? And the matter of fact is that profitability does not relate to time, it relates to consistency, right? So I'm gonna break something down for y'all real quick, okay? Because I think social media has really given people an instant gratification perspective of how this process is supposed to go. So, in trading, most people, when they first start out, they know how much money they can make, right? So they go all in, they're jumping, they're like, yay, okay? So we get this feeling of all this hype, right? Then they're like, okay, we got it. So we get to this real peak of like euphoria, right? And then we kind of start to have a lot of anxiety in here, because the more our profits go, one, psychologically, we're like, oh, okay, that's a lot of money. But this is also at the place where we're greedy, right? So this is where your greed factor, greed kicks in. At this place, most people don't even have the knowledge to sustain all the profits that they just gained, and that's where their losses kick in. Then the market starts to tank, right? Your emotions start to tank. Then you like, oh, I knew it was too good to be true. This ain't really possible. And this is where literally your discouragement and everything kicks in, right? Then you come to this place of fear. At the level on which you have fear, this is where you ain't even really taking trades like that. Not only that, you're really like, I'm not even gonna risk anything. I'm using super small lot sizes if I am taking trades. And then at this point, this is where, okay, let me sit back and let me actually process. Let me actually do what I need to do. Let me actually learn. And this is where we have that optimism. And this is where we have the true learning of what we call the skill set, right? So here is where people risking it all, right? So the big, large lot sizes, blowing the accounts back to back to back. Here is where people not even really taking that many trades, but this is what you have to understand. This is the level in which once you get to this learning the skill set, most people give up right here. At the point in which they lose their money, that's when they're like, oh, this is a scam. This not real. I knew I shouldn't have did this, right? But once you get over here to skill set, that's when, even if you are taking those small amounts of trades, but at that small amount of trades, you have to understand that trading is compounding, right? So what people forget in trading is they try to go all in. Let me get $5,000 tomorrow, $10,000 next week, $25,000 months. $50,000 months, depending on where your skill set and your level is. Because some people really, you can make $100,000 in a day, but that only comes after the skill set is in place. At the point in which your fear starts to release is when you make those small, manageable trades. You manage your emotions and you're managing your money. Compound that, then turn those compounded accounts into more money. And then the more you're consistently profitable, it doesn't have to be a home run. Just focus on that consistency and that will forever make you profitable.
So my biggest advice to beginner traders is do not think about the money. So when you're coming in learning Forex, don't think, okay, so I'm going to study this for a couple of months, I'm going to make 10 grand. It's not going to work that way. You need to develop the skill, you need to develop your mindset, and you need to develop a passion for this. The money comes after that. I don't even focus on how much money I'm going to make per week. I focus on the pips. Like, I'm going to fucking catch 500 pips this week. I'm going to catch 200 pips this week, whatever. As long as you're thinking about that, then you're good. If you catch, let's say, if you focus on your strategy and catch 200 pips a week, that's $2,000 a week on a standard lot. That's for $200 per pip, that's $20,000 per week. $2,000 per pip, that's $200,000 per week. Pips, not money.
When price reaches a daily reversal, you want to make sure you take advantage of it and you want to make sure you don't miss it. A lot of trading is really being patient and being disciplined and waiting for that right trade and that right setup. So what you want to do is identify your target levels and make sure you look left. You can adjust the stop loss to whatever your personal preference is. The lower time frame that you go, the tighter the stop can be. As price breaks structure, you can extend your target and start identifying lower zones and lower targets. If price doesn't quite get there yet and you're expecting it to, just understand that price needs to reverse so that they can add more orders to the market and new sessions and days are coming in. Make sure you study the days and sessions.
So obviously this is a very common question and it makes sense because everyone wants to make money, who doesn't? But when I personally found out about trading, I was working a 10-hour day job 5 days a week and I had 2 weeks vacation a year. And so when I thought about trading, I was like, wow, my ultimate goal is time freedom. Live my life on my own terms, and trading allows that. And then obviously financial freedom, so the money coming in while I'm doing everything was my next step. So the first thing was I want to obtain time freedom. The problem with a lot of people is that they're so focused on the money that everything comes crashing down. So people will get into trading, they'll start buying and selling positions and they have no fucking idea what they're doing. They're gambling it, straight gambling it, and then sometimes they'll win and they'll think they're unstoppable. And that is my biggest advice, is to not do that. I tell people at least have 2 years minimum of savings where you can live your life and pay your bills and then do Forex on the side as you're learning. Forex takes so much experience and so much skill, and the last thing you want to do is rely on it for money. That is the last thing. And so people say, oh, well, am I doing this right or wrong? And it's like, trading isn't about being right. It's about consistently placing the odds in your favor and removing your emotions completely. So the number one thing, like I tell people, focus on the skill. Ask yourself, what are the steps do I need to take in order to obtain this time freedom, this skill, and this financial freedom? Instead of saying, oh, how much money am I going to make today? How much money am I going to make next week? Oh, I need this money to pay this and this. It's just, you're setting yourself up for failure. So focus on the skill, the money will come after.